everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris, and today I've just finished my face shave. It was absolutely beautiful using Shannon's Aussie Ice Mentholated Shaving Soap, finishing off with PAA Frostbite, and I tell you what, the post shave feels beautiful. Very, very smooth. I'm a little bit red down here, but I'm a little bit red because of that shave with the Futur when I came back. So I'm going to do a shave today. I used Ginger's Garden yesterday on my face, or 2 days ago on my face. I'm now going to use it again on my head this time, and I've got, I don't know, probably 2 weeks growth, 2 and a bit weeks growth on you. So I'm just going to hit this with the Merkur Futur, and am I going to just do the Merkur Futur? I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're back, and I was going to just do a Merkur Futur. I've got a brand new feather blade in there, setting 6, but I'm actually going to do a half and half. I haven't done a head shave razor comparison because I've never had a razor to compare to the Muhle R41, which was my go-to head shaving razor. Probably still is, really. I'm going to do a comparison with these both, Futur versus R41, and I know the soap's going to be great, so I don't need to worry about the actual soap itself. Both with a brand new feather blade in them. Obviously the Merkur Futur is an adjustable razor. I've got that set on setting 6 at the moment. Obviously it was all the way right down to setting 1. So it's on setting 6, brand new feather blade. It's a 2-piece razor, and we've got the Muhle R41, which is absolutely beautiful. I think this might be the Grande, but I'm not 100% sure. It's got a really chunky handle on it, and it's got the feather blade 3-piece razor, and it's a work of art, this razor, the look of it, and it just works so well. So the brush I'm going to be using, as you can see, I've got my Manchester United shirt on today. They play tonight at midnight, or 15:15 midnight over here. I'm hoping to see it, I don't know whether I will or not. And I'm going to be using my Leo Frio Manchester United custom shaving brush, which is absolutely beautiful. 24mm, 48mm loft, game changing up. I thought this was too stiff for my head. I didn't think it'd do very well because it's quite a small, it's got so much backbone in it, but it works beautifully on your head. So let's see how we go. Dip in the water. I haven't got ice cold water, I've just got cold water for my first couple of passes. I might just stick to cold water for the all the shave, I don't know. And straight onto this. If you haven't watched my Ginger's Garden video, first review on it, definitely check it out because this soap is beautiful. It was a custom set by Irina Marchu, the owner and operator at Ginger's Garden, and it's just beautiful. It's meant to be, I wanted rum and raisin, but obviously raisin's a hard sort of scent to come by, if impossible. So this is fig and rum. So it's figs mixed with rum. It's a very sweet, sort of cologne-y sort of scent, but it's also quite hard to describe. It's quite creamy as well. Oh, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And if you haven't used any Ginger's Garden before, there's that many soaps out there now. I would recommend, if you can afford it and you want to try something a bit different, or you want to have your own scent made up, use her. She's absolutely brilliant. Great to work with. She'll send you out a scent profile on a little stick for you to have a sniff, just to make sure you're happy before she makes anything for you. And then all you need to do is pull the trigger and pay the lady. Price wise, to Australia it's not cheap, but in America it's $20 a tub, 5-inch tub. So it works out at bang on $4 an ounce, if that's how you want to look at things. I don't know if that's good or not. According to Chris Bailey, $4 an ounce would probably be, it's bang on the border of being affordable or being worth buying. But I don't look at price, I buy what I want. Right, a bit of water in there. I might have to actually add some more soap because I haven't got a massive load in this brush, but we'll see how it lathers up, because this lathers up totally different to other soaps that I've used. If you've just watched my face shave with Shannon's, it lathered up very similar to that. It doesn't seem to get masses of volume in there, but it just makes a lovely lather, a really thick, creamy, luxurious lather, which it is doing right now. Hope everyone's had a good week. Sunday over here. Watched a bit of football last night. Looks like I might have sold my carpet cleaning business, which I've had it for sale for a bit, which is good. This ladder's making a beautiful ladder again. Not this lather, this soap is making a beautiful lather again. So I don't know whether you guys have noticed, but just over there, I've managed to swing one of my mirrors on my shaving cabinet, so you can sort of see the back of my head as I'm shaving. It's miles away, but if you put it on a 100-inch TV screen, it'll actually look pretty big. Right, as you can see, beautiful sheen. I don't know whether I've got enough there to do my full head, but I'm just going to stop there anyway and give it a go. So what I'll do is I'll take one stroke right down the middle, as I normally do. I'll probably use the Merkur Futur for that, because I've enjoyed using that recently. So I'll take that first one straight down the middle, and I've actually, I don't know whether you guys can see, just on the top right here, I walked into a clothesline. I think it was a clothesline or a low door or something. Actually took a chunk of skin out. So I've got, this is going to, it's going to come off. It's going to bleed. Nothing I can do about it. It's not going to be a cut from the razor. It's just a bit of a scab on there. Right. So. Oh. That's the head wet now. Just cold water again, like I said before. And here we go. Add a little bit of water just to see if I can start to just activate a bit. Because I've got so much air on there, it doesn't look like it's thick. You've got to make sure you get the lather down to the bottom of the hair. I'm just dipping the tips, just adding a little bit of water as I go. Right, so it doesn't look like there's much on there. I can show you there's enough on there for a shave. It's very thick lather, this stuff. It actually feels like I've got a sort of face mask on my head. It's so tight. So Merkur Futur on setting 6. Just going to take out that first middle strand of hair with the grain. As you can see, it's a bit squint. You get the gist of it. So do the side of my head with the Futur, and I'll do the left hand side of my head with the R41. And as this was last time I used it, it's so smooth. Great thing with the Futur is, as you guys have one know, it's completely enclosed the blade. So the only place you're going to nick yourself or bite yourself is with the actual blade itself, not the sides of it, because there's no overhang. There can be no overhang because it's completely covered. So there we go, as you can see, it's taken the hair growth down tremendously. Very smooth, no nicks or cuts. Right, it's been a little while since I've used the R41 on my head now, so let's just see how she copes. A lot lighter handle, it's actually a lighter razor even though it looks chunkier and thicker. It is lighter, so see how smooth. That's lovely and smooth as well. It's probably not quite, believe it or not, as smooth as the Futur. I find the Futur just slightly smoother than that. But we'll see as the shave goes on. The one thing I'm noticing with the R41 over the Futur is it's blocking up more quicker with this amount of hair growth. So I'm having to rinse a lot more. I'm just going to activate this lather a bit because it's just dried up a little bit. I don't want to give it a lesser lather than what the R41 got, so let's just activate it a bit, and there we go, that's a bit better. Both very smooth shaves. So let's just have a bit of a feel. Just going to empty this water out first because it's full of hair now. What, mate? Right, okay, let's have a look and just see what side feels better to me. And I can tell you right now, straight away, the Futur side feels better. Not much in it, but this side here feels a little bit smoother. Definitely feels smoother. You can just see that little bit on the top of my head there where that's inevitable that it's going to bleed. So yeah. Anyway, let's get stuck in this water. My water keeps getting hot. It's so hot over here already. It's 10:43 now in the morning. And the heat outside would just melt your face. Trying to get a bit of cold water back in the bowl here. Right, let's so the back of my head's going to be a little bit harder to sort of gauge with what razors I'm doing each half, because I can't obviously see the back of my head. I can see it a bit in the mirror over there, but it's not much good to me because it's miles away in a tiny little picture. Right, so that's a beautiful lather still. As you can see, a lovely sheen on there. It's just beautiful, absolutely lovely. Double dip of the tips. Just give it another little dip. There we go, beautiful. The lather's tremendous, it really is. There's not a lot in my bowl left. I think I might have enough just to finish off my shave. Switch back over to the Futur, and still with the grain. Yeah. Do you know something? I've got to say, I don't know whether it's just the razor blade or what it is, or whether it's the razor itself, possibly the razor. I find this more aggressive or more efficient than the R41. So, quite impressed, I really am. The Futur is such a odd looking razor, very futuristic if you like. But in terms of shaving, especially with heavy growth, I can tell you right now, there's no way I could have done that with the R41 because it would have blocked up halfway down my head. And as you can see, the flow through is still there. It's pretty full now, but you've still got enough there that you can actually continue shaving with that. So it's quite very impressive. It's good. It's excellent for that side of things. I'm getting that same sensation with the silk on the back of my head. I wasn't getting it on the front, but on the back of my head I'm getting that sort of dull, I don't know, it sort of sucks the audio feedback out of the razor because it's so thick and cushiony. Let's say this is on setting 6, very efficient razor. I can feel it chopping the hair, but I'm not getting the feeling that this is a really aggressive razor, you know. Totally missed a complete line of hair there. Yeah, this razor, this Futur, it's a beautiful razor. Very well designed, it looks great. Lather's brilliant and all. It just seems to, unfortunately, it's got the edge on the R41. Now the R41 is one of my favourite razors. Yeah, it's definitely way more smoother. Way smoother, a lot smoother. What I mean by a lot smoother is the R41 is very smooth, very comfortable. The Futur is much more comfortable and smoother than this is, so that gives you a bit of an idea how smooth I find that the Futur to be, as opposed to the R41. I'm sort of struggling here today. My shoulder's been getting slightly better, guys, so I do feel like I can shave my head a little bit easier now. Now, I've gone about that far along, and that razor is absolutely chockers. It's not taking any more hair off now, it just feels like it's just skimming over the top. The Futur, in fact that's got 2 little pulls there, and that's full already, I've got no cut. So the Futur is winning at the moment on all counts: smoothness, efficiency, and also in allowing the actual hair to pass through. I find that I'm using one rinse and I can get a full length of my head to pull all the way down to the bottom. See, I've lost it already. Just gives you guys a bit of an insight. This was my go-to razor for my heads. Unfortunately now, it looks like the R41's going to make a bit of way, but it gives me two razors now that I can use on my head shaves rather than just using the R41 as I did all the time. I will use the R41 on my head without a doubt because I love it. It's a beautiful razor, it deserves to be used. Alright, just empty this bowl out. I'll have a bit of a rinse and a clean up. Alright, so here we go. I've just rinsed off, just dried off a little bit, and I'm just having a bit of a feel now to see what side's sort of finished off better. I've tried not to redo bits all the time, so I've got a better idea of it. And look, yeah, they're pretty similar. There is a few more patches on this side. It could be just that I've totally missed them. But in terms of overall smoothness, efficiency, comfort, being able to do it in one sort of pass without rinsing all the time, the Futur is way in front at this point. So now I'm going to move on to wetting my head and doing against the grain. Just giving the lather a little bit of a reactivation. Just a little bit of water in there. Right, there's plenty of water in the bowl, in the sink. Right, and as you can see, beautiful, beautiful lather. The scent's brilliant. It's lovely having a scent that no one else in the world's got right now. I don't think anyone has that scent, and it's quite amazing really. It's like having a custom brush or a custom razor. It's something that's unique to you and you're the only one that's got it. And if you are looking for a rum and raisin, even looking for a rum and raisin scent, which I have been since I started shaving, so it's one of my favourite all-time scents. Fig and rum, which you don't have to call it fig and rum, you call it what you want, but I've called it fig and rum. And as in fucking rum, fig and rum. And a lot of people out there don't read between the lines. I've got a crap sense of humour, by the way, just so you know. You guys that watch me all the time know that anyway. This lather is absolutely beautiful. Like I said, and when I did the test with it yesterday, 2 days ago when I did the review on it, it doesn't go on you thick. Does not go on thick at all. It is thick, it's a very thick lather, but it doesn't go on into like big volumes of thickness. It just gives you an awesome cushioning, superb cushioning. Right, rinse off the Futur again, and we're going to go against the grain. The one thing I will say with the Futur, it's a very heavy razor. Let me just have a feel. Do you know, it's got to be at least half of the weight of the Muhle R41 again on top of the R41. It is a very, very heavy razor. When you're doing it on your head, it's difficult to shave with, in a sense that I find I have to lift it up, I have to relieve pressure on it because it's so heavy. You're going to irritate your skin if you don't. Now, I'm expecting a few nicks and cuts and things like that, but in the main part, I'm generally nick free when it comes to my head shaves. It's all about angles and taking your time. I do find when I'm doing my head shaves I don't talk quite as much when I do the back of my head. Because I'm just concentrating so much, like I was there, to not actually make any mistakes. I think I was actually shaving the back of my head there, and there was no cream on there, so it was feeling a bit juddery. Right, how's this feeling? Is it dry? No, it's not dry, it feels lovely. Right, I'm going to nick this scab here, there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, what am I doing? I've got that carried away, I'm away with the Futur on the left hand side. I know you guys are shouting at the camera now. What are you doing, Chris? You nutter. Get it done with the R41. So here we go, R41. Totally different angles as well. I feel I'm holding the R41 much more vertical. Now, you guys that follow me and have watched me doing my head shaves for a while will know that the R41 will just, it'll bite if you go at that wrong angle. If you do a little sideways, well, you're sliced. There's nothing you can do about it. Yes, it's just dried up a little bit. I'm spending too much time talking. I think I'm just going to reactivate it again. Now this side of my head, just around this sort of area here, is so sensitive now, as I've sliced my head there a few times. It's really, really sensitive. I feel every razor pull on it, every hair being sliced. Even when there's no irritation, I feel it. I've got to say, so far, I find the R41 slightly smoother against the grain when there's nothing there, just that last sort of, this is obviously the last section of chop. It's really tearing through the hairs with ease. It's probably smoother now. Yeah, it was definitely a smoother shave from the R41 against the grain than it was with the Futur. So, look, maybe I'm a mixing sort of guy. When I do my head shaves, I'll do with the grain with the Futur and then against the grain with the R41 and give me that perfect shave with the two different razors. So yeah, it's definitely smoother against the grain. Just give that lather another little mix up. I do make a hell of a mess when I'm doing my head shaves, so if you're new to my channel, this is like the Buster head shave, if you watch Buster. Don't know who that is at the door. Right, Merkur Futur on the back. I need to take that back, that on the back, I don't know, I can't go in at the moment, that feels smoother than the R41 then. Although I feel like I've actually nicked my head there, but I don't think I have. Right, R41. Yeah, I don't know, I can't pick a winner. Against the grain, they're both really, really good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to rinse my head. I'm just having a feel while I'm rinsing. There's actually a little bit more here on the Futur side, but it could be that I've just totally missed those spots. Right, so I'm just going to whip up the rest of the lather in this bowl, just give it a little bit of an activation again, because it does sit a little bit longer when I'm doing my head shaves. I'm going to get it all out, as you can see, beautiful sheen on there, gorgeous lather. I'm just going to dump a lot on my head, give it a good rub. Oh, that's tremendous lather, it really is. And I'm going to do the pickups, and I'm going to stick to the same razors for the pickups. Yeah, it's more juddery. The Futur, even with lots of lather on there, it's much more juddery than the R41. Right, let's just swap over now. Yeah, big difference, and I think that could be the fact that the blade is held really rigid in this razor, and the Futur has got a little bit of bend in it because of the way the clip works on the top of the razor. Yeah, against the grain, the R41 wins hands down. No questions asked. With the grain, with heavy growth, the Futur wins, and I think that could be because the flow through is just so much better. Yeah, even the finished product before I actually started doing the pickups, the R41 side is smoother. Just got a bit there. This is where I normally cut myself. Oh, where was that? Where was that? I'm really pulling hard on my skin here because I don't like leaving any hair. I wish I could do this on my face, I really do. I wish I could get a BBS shave on my face. Right, so I know these videos are long, guys, when it comes to head shaves. There's not much I can do about it. I'm going to stick to just doing the full video so you see everything as I do it. I actually cut out earlier because I ran out of room on my phone again because I forgot to delete the deleted items. Right, so I've got lather, I've got hair everywhere. However, I have no hair left on my head, and as you can see, that is an absolutely beautiful shave. I don't think I'll get any nicks or cuts. You guys can obviously see the back. I might have a look myself. Let's see if I've got any blood anyway. Yes, I've got a little bit of blood there. Yeah, there's definitely blood on there somewhere. I don't think. Yeah. There's definitely a few little nicks on it. I think more on the Futur side because it was quite juddery compared to the R41 side. It's going to have another little feel. Yeah, it's actually, you guys can see it on the back there, there's a bit of blood somewhere. So what we'll do, we'll be back in a second. Alright, post shave. I'm just going to finish off with this. This is going to sting. Little razor rock arm block. I know it's going to sting. Just Just wet the block, wet my head. Actually, this isn't really stinging that much at all. Stinging a little bit on the back. Obviously where all the little nicks and cuts are, or weepers. They might not be nicks and cuts, but they're definitely weepers. That's very impressive. That's a tremendous shave. So I just rinse it off the alum block and I dry it in a towel. That's bone dry again. Straight back in the tub dry. Don't need to let it air out, dry it and that's it done. Right, lovely. Okay, and this as I did with my face shave, Thea's unscented, which is just put it all over my face again because I'm going to put the same aftershave balm as well. So there we go, and what have we used today? You already know if you've watched the whole video, but I'll just go through it again in case you just skipped to the end for some reason. Ginger's Garden Fig and Rum custom scent. The only one of its kind, the only one in the world as far as I'm aware. It's absolutely beautiful. Rum and raisin, but it's fig and rum. Comes in a beautiful tub, 5-inch tub. There's a lot of soap in there. I've used this twice now and as you can see it's hardly even budged off the top. So Bonificio Varicino bowl. Best bowl out there in my opinion. Take a really good bowl to beat that. Very easy and comfortable to hold. It's deep walled so it doesn't spill out the sides quite so easily. Banana leaf pattern on there for whipping up, narrating the lather, and it's got the dimples in it. It's just a brilliant bowl. Custom Leo Frio brush, Manchester United, to go with the old Manchester United brush shirt for the FA Cup tie tonight in the football. Great performing brush, beautiful and soft. Right side of the head, Merkur Futur, beautiful razor, very smooth on with the grain path, not so great against the grain, quite jumpy against the grain. Muhle R41, left hand side of my face, or left side of my head. Not that great when the hair's thick with the grain, it seems to clog up a lot and does struggle. Against the grain however, it's far superior to the Futur, so I might have a good balance here of what razors to use. Futur for with the grain, R41 against the grain, and that could be my perfect head shave. So there we go. Finished off with Thea's, finished off with the alum block. Thea's unscented, and we're pretty much dry now. So I'm going to finish off with what I finished off with my face shave, PAA Frostbite aftershave balm. Get a good dollop of that because my head's a bit bigger. Just going to put it all over my face again. Lovely little bit of menthol tingle to it. It doesn't quite, it's not mentholly like the Frostbite soap, so it's good. The Frostbite soap, if you use it with that, has already chilled you out. This one just sort of adds to it a little bit at the end, so you can feel a little bit of menthol but not much. But other than that guys, that was a cracking head shave, really enjoyed that. I think the alum will have healed everything up, hopefully. I'm sort of, see if I can see in the mirror. Yeah, that looks pretty good in the mirror as well, over there. So yeah, really impressed. So, thanks for tuning in, new subscribers, thanks for coming along. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button down this side I think, and I'll catch you guys next time. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.